If you're looking to grow your business and make money on YouTube, make sure you guys check out TubeBuddy. I have a link for it in the description box down below. This is the extension browser that I use to get my tags, titles, and description so that all my videos are optimized and ranked by YouTube and picked up by the algorithm. This is even the method that I use to help me go viral. So it's really, really lots of tools to help you guys grow and thrive on YouTube and make as much money as you can.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my coaching channel. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you are new here, please make sure you go ahead and slap that like button for me. That way you know it supports the channel. Also, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss a video. And in the description box, you will see the YouTube channel link for Victor Yates. And that is because he is the special guest here on this channel today. I'm so excited because he has been a breath of fresh air in the YouTube community for me. He has helped me and mentored me way back before I even had like 100 subscribers. So I always said to him, we have such juicy conversations and we swap so much information that we need to record it. So we have never even spoken on the phone or done a call like this before. So I'm literally bringing you guys in on our first video call, and I'm just so excited that he's here. Welcome, Victor. How are you?
Hi, I am amazing, and I'm so excited to see your handsome face.
Oh my gosh, it has been a long time coming, and I immediately knew when we did this, I was like, I'm just bringing everyone along for the journey because like I knew you would understand because we talk creator talk every time we check in with each other, and I'd be like lost without you.
Oh, no, I feel that I will be lost without you.
So just to give everyone a little backstory, like I said, I had like 50 or 100 subscribers when you had like 5,000 at that
And now
time.
you have more than me.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, a couple 2 years, but when we first met, you were like way past me, and I remember just being like, oh my gosh, thank you for answering me. Like there, mind you, there were people who were like below you that would not even answer me because I was in the hundreds and I had simple questions, and I always appreciated you for that because you just like looked at me like you always taught and looked at my 10 subscribers like it was already 1,000, and and I love that about you, so thank you.
No, it's been a while. I feel like we have grown as YouTubers together. Like, I mean, I had 5,000, but I knew nothing about the landscape of YouTube. And so it was through our conversations that I actually learned how to transition from making it something kind of like a hobby to it becoming a career. Like this, as of right now, this is my job. And so I thank you for that. Like you have really taught me the ins and outs of these YouTube streets because I like I started YouTube as a way to put information out to the world. Like my first videos were like more literary based. Like I'm a writer outside of YouTube, and so it was literary based. And then like I just accidentally posted a queen from Drag Race, and it got more views than my like literary videos. So I was like, oh wait, like what is this? What's happening? And so and I always say it's because of you, my really good friend Roberto, and this like amazing person. Their username is like Day the QT3000. Like I really have you all to thank for like my channel getting to where it is now, because like I never envisioned that I would have a YouTube channel that had, I'm at like I think 27,000
Yeah,
subscribers
you're
today.
pushing 30. You're almost at
Yeah.
30K. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I never thought that I would be here today, and it's mainly because of you, like you and your direction, your guidance. Like I'm so grateful.
Oh, you're so welcome. And it's been a mirror effect because you have just like inspired me full circle. I remember seeing that about your channel, that you did literary and then you got into drag and then you got into movies. And that kind of gave me the right of way to making my channel more of a variety channel. So
Yeah.
you were like helping me all along because I just remember looking at your videos being like, oh, well, he's touching upon a couple of things. Like, I can do that. Meanwhile, in the coaching world and on a lot of videos, people will say, pick a niche, you know, don't do too many things, yada, yada, yada. And in my head, I was like, I'm doing this because I have so much love for so many things. That's why I want to do YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you definitely gave me the okay to start that. So I always appreciate that. I love that about your channel, that you have a variety channel too. It's everything.
Yeah, but you know, I feel that you have to figure out what works for you by trying everything.
Yeah.
And it's because of trying everything that I've gotten to this place.
Yeah.
Like I switched gears recently because I was actually in Berlin celebrating, I think when I hit 20,000, I think it was, I forget what it was, but I was in Berlin. And I posted a video about a film that I've been waiting to see for a very long time. And it hit like 20,000 views very shortly. So I was like, oh, wait, like,
I love it.
is this a new direction that I'm going in right now?
Yeah.
And so I've been promoting like films and TV shows, like queer films and TV shows. And that has like really pushed me to 27,000. And so you have to try different things to really figure out what works for you.
Yeah, or truly let your personality and yourself be the brand. Like your name, like our names are the names of our channels, and it kind of just gives us the opportunity to pick any topic we want, say what we want to feel, and our names are attached to it. So we kind of have that responsibility to make it a poppin' subject or not. But I love that about our channels, that we can literally pick anything, and the brand, the idea, the middle thing is us. That when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I live.
But you know, the cool thing is that because of YouTube, it has also created other opportunities for me. And so pre-pandemic, I actually worked in social media, and I was doing video editing for a dermatology office, doing Instagram, Facebook, and I started their YouTube channel. And when the pandemic hit, I was unemployed. And so I actually started creating kind of like art-based literary projects because of what I was learning by editing and curating my YouTube channel. And so YouTube can help you to create other opportunities for yourself.
Yes.
And so that's one thing that I love. And you were the first person to tell me about the YouTube store. I was like, what's a YouTube store? I was like, what is that?
I was just gonna say, I'll never forget those first conversations with you of being like, oh, do you have this? And you were like, oh no. I was like, well, girl, like, what are you doing? Like, get your coin. Like, there's so many opportunities and streams of income that can be branched off of YouTube. Creators over the past couple of years have gotten so creative of finding different ways to make money, because everyone knows the ad revenue is such a small amount. And in my case, even though I run a variety channel, I have a lot of reaction videos in which I have the music copyright. So all of my reaction videos are not able to be monetized with ad revenue. So I really have had to get creative in the ways that I make income through YouTube, but YouTube is the center of it. So that's the beauty of it, is as long as you do what you need to do here, those other income streams that are attached to it will flourish. They'll do well as long as you do what you're supposed to do on the platform. It's so beautiful. I was so excited to, and every time I find something new, I'm like, I love telling you about it, and that way we can compare analytics to like what's going on, what are you making, like. I love it.
Yeah, but it's there are no limits to YouTube, and that's what I like. You can post about any topic, and your fans will let you know if they love it or they don't, but then you get to meet new fans as well. And so I know what works very quickly because of analytics. And the funny thing is that I'm actually looking for a new social media gig. And that's one thing that comes up frequently is analytics. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, because of YouTube, I know how to generate reports in my actual job to say that a particular post is being seen by a number of people because of these reports that I can pull.
Yes.
And so I've learned, like, you can take what you learn through YouTube and apply it in a real world setting. And I love that.
It's definitely a skill. I mean, I've spent so many hours studying like the analytics of YouTube, other people's analytics, really trying to get it, because it makes all the difference. Like, it really helps you understand and optimize each and every video for the maximum potential. And like, who doesn't want that? Like, why would you put so much hard work and so much passion into a video, all for it not to be seen? Like, that's not cute. Like,
can I give you a funny story? So oh wait, I'll tell you offline, because I probably shouldn't say it.
No, that's fine too.
I have a funny story about a friend of mine who, they started a channel. They put so much work into it, but no one watches it. But I'll tell you why offline. I'll tell you why offline. Because this really, because they might watch this and I don't want them to feel so.
Okay, yeah, let's not give it, let's not have any people hate on us too early. No, okay, we can talk about that later. But no, I love that. I love side stories. I'll remind you. I can only imagine, like, my brain's like thinking, like, what the hell?
No, because like you really, analytics is so important. And you have created this obsession in me that we've talked about it, but I didn't know what Social Blade was until you told me. I look at that thing like 10 times a day.
So don't. You shouldn't.
But you know what? It actually helps me to build my, it's very obsessive. Like, I should look at it once a day. Because for me, it actually, once you hit a certain amount of followers, it stops updating as frequently. But it actually motivates me to keep working, because for anyone that doesn't know what Social Blade is, it's a website that will pull data for you to look at different reports related to your YouTube channel, but also like all social media, like Instagram. And Social Blade helped me because I was trying to pull data from my personal Instagram account, because I'm trying to attract sponsors, and they really are more interested in like Instagram for some reason.
Yeah, Instagram is huge for sponsorships, allegedly.
And I wasn't able to pull data through Social Blade. And I realized why. I was like, I have like a personal account. And so I had to convert it to a creator profile. And once I converted it to a creator profile, I can do more with the account. And so like Social Blade has really helped me. I look at it because a cool feature that Social Blade has is that it'll predict future followers. And so I look at it every day to kind of like beat it. And I would say like 75% of the time actually beat it. And so like yesterday it said that I would be at like 26,800, and I'm at 27,000, like about to hit 27,100 followers in like a few hours or so.
I can't believe you check it so frequently.
Oh yeah.
That's so unhealthy.
It is, but no, but it really pushes me, because like sometimes I wake up and I'm really unmotivated. And I'll look at it and say, if I just keep working for 10 more minutes, it'll have an impact. And it always does.
I mean, those stats are based off of your current like analytics. So if you go at a certain pace, then those future projectiles, it will stay that way. So like if you're doing like 3 videos a day, like which at one point I was doing, that's what it's based off of. But if you stop, then your whole projectile future will change.
Which it's addictive. So it's like you have to keep up the momentum. And so like I want to, like I think I'm projected to hit like 40,000, I think, in like 5 months.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to keep it up.
Yeah. I look at mine like every couple of months, and right now obviously we're always so focused
Wow.
on the 100K. So
Yeah.
all I did was check that, and I know I am racing against it in my mind, but I'm
Okay.
not checking by the minute like you are at all. But I'm projected to hit and I think I told you this when we were talking on Messenger the other night, that I'm projected to hit the 100K like this time next year, like it was December next year, so
Yeah.
12 months.
Yeah.
From December, so like 11 months now or whatever. What's the month? Like almost. It's almost. What is it now? January.
January. Yeah.
Yeah. So last month. So like, yeah, like 11 months from now. So yeah, that's it. I check it for that, and then like I go against the clock for a couple of months, and I'll check it like in a couple of months to see if it changed, and then it usually does, which that tells me at that point that I did more than the projectile what they thought. You know what I mean? So if
Yeah.
I go check it in a couple of months and it says I'm gonna hit the 100K in 6 months rather than 11, you know what I mean? Then I'll know like I'm doing more than I should, which is good. We love to do more than we should over here. That's what I love. So.
Yeah. But social media is cool because you can look at like other people's data as well, which is kind of like weird.
You can look up,
but I use it because I'm trying to attract sponsors, and so I can send sponsors my link and say these are the statistics regarding my channel. Like, you can take a look. The proof is in the pudding.
Yes.
And so I'm actually trying to get a press pass for DragCon, and they have already given a press pass to, I guess I'll call them someone who's like a peer of mine, but I looked at their statistics. I have more subscribers than them, and I have like 4 times their views. I was like, well, I'm guaranteed if they got a press pass.
Yeah.
And so I'm waiting to hear back if I get it, because the reason why my channel kind of like blew up during the time that you and I kind of like met is because of DragCon.
I saw your original high volume videos are from DragCon.
Yeah.
And they're like just behind the scenes, cute little, like I love that. Yeah.
And so,
they're like 2019, so right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, the Drag Race fans have shown me a lot of love. And I actually had to kind of like transition away from Drag Race fans because they are hardcore. I posted a video, and some of them did not like it and are still leaving me comments about it. And so I had to like kind of like, you know, transition out of it, but I still love the fandom. I love the Drag Race like meme channels and the drama channels.
Yes. I love Bussy Queen. Shout out to Bussy Queen.
Yeah.
Very well structured. An amazing creator. I would love to chat with one day.
I'm sure you can. If you come to DragCon and to VidCon.
I know. Me in LA is the dream right now. Like, I think about it so much. There's so much I want to do out there, like work wise and fun wise. I'm working on it. Trust me. I want to be out there more than anything with you.
We'll make it a reality.
I know, especially like DragCon, because that would just be like epic. And both the cons, VidCon, DragCon, so much to do, so much to film, so much to see. Like,
and you know what the funny thing is, that I've been recognized once from my channel.
Really?
And it was because of a Drag Race related video.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I have not had that experience yet, but I'm holding out for it, because I can't wait to take the picture. Yeah.
And the funny thing is that I typically wear like prescription glasses. I get mistaken for RuPaul frequently.
I can see that, yeah.
Frequently. And so a funny thing is that I like to dress up for Halloween, and I went to Adam Lambert's Halloween party like 7 years ago.
Oh,
And
sad.
my costume was 90s glamour. I
Uh-huh.
had on uh a black suit with a bow tie, button-up shirt, and like some thick like eyeglasses.
I love it.
And I saw him, and it was at Bootsy Bellows in Hollywood, which is like iconic club.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw him. I was like, "Oh, can I take a picture with you?" And he whispered in my ear, "You're killing it as RuPaul."
Oh my
I was
God.
like, I will be RuPaul for the rest of the night.
Like whatever you want me to be.
Yeah. And so ever since then, I've always dressed up as RuPaul for Halloween.
Oh my gosh, I see it. Your profile picture actually on YouTube is very like RuPaul. Like,
Everybody thinks it's RuPaul.
yeah.
I I did a reading in Palm Springs at a library, and they posted that photo on the front of their like brochure for the reading series.
Yeah.
And people were so excited. They're like, I can't believe you guys got RuPaul.
I'm using that picture for this thumbnail, and I'm gonna like maybe people will just watch it because it's RuPaul. Like, we should just milk that forever. Like, you know us, like we're always looking for like a little break, a little break.
You know what? My dream is to do a drag number with someone that's doing like female presenting drag.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would do some type of like drag race number, and I would come out as RuPaul.
I
So
love that.
that's my dream.
We gotta get you. We'll get you in drag on my channel at some point, and you'll meet Jasmine. Like, there's a whole drag world in my head that like my YouTube life people don't even really know. They know about it, but not as much because this I've so made this like my space more so for Nigel. But yeah, I got some drag stories for you. I would like again probably off camera, maybe like because they're so juicy.
Well, I have been dying to know about last season's gossip. So I can't wait for that.
Did we talk about it a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, with some of the people that I knew from the cast.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, we'll and again, because we never know who's gonna watch the video. And it's no shade. It's just this isn't about them right now. So we're not talking shit or anything. But yeah, no, we'll talk all about that for sure. But I did have some news for you. I wanted to tell you. Again, like I guess better here. That way, people who are watching, who are growing creators or whatnot, will get this news as well. But did you see in the corner of like the community section? Do you get those videos from YouTube where they kind of show you what's new? They're rolling out.
Oh, the media kit?
Yeah.
I you know what? I was gonna tell you about it and I forgot.
Yeah. So I'm like a little like upset because for those of you who don't know, me and Victor were kind of going off last week because we found out basically that the YouTube Brand Connect that helps roll out brand deals for upcoming YouTubers is invite only. And him and I have both not been invited yet. And I'm just a little taken aback that they're rolling out the media kit when I feel like they should be rolling out the Brand Connect opportunity for more. Like, I don't need the media kit. I have a media kit already made. So just give me the brand deals. Like,
you know what's crazy is that they should really filter that out because it can be triggering. Like if you see that and you have met all of the criteria for Brand Connect, like the criteria that you have to have 25,000 subscribers, no flags for your videos. And I think that's it. And like, they'll invite you.
Yeah, the eligibility is like really like close to nothing. And when I contacted support, that was one of the most hurtful things support said to me. They were like, you have reached all the eligibility requirements and you're just not invited. So it just made me feel like, what else can I do? Like that was a really like disheartening moment. And for people out there who are not really familiar with the creator life or may or not be, just so you know, like some sponsorships with different companies can be the difference between working a full-time job or working a part-time job or being able to be a creator full-time. So a sponsorship or multiple sponsorships is a big deal to make this your full-time gig. Just as a side note for anyone, because I feel like people always trying to get to the 100K or always trying to get a sponsorship, and it's because they go hand in hand. Like a lot of businesses only look at you as like you're relevant if you have the 100K. So I always try to make that, like, give people an idea of like what we're like, you know what I mean, like why we're so butthurt about it, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what's crazy is that like I've worked in social media for a while. And with my previous job at the dermatology office, one of my responsibilities was to reach out to creators. And the my boss, who was the dermatologist, he wanted me to look for a particular type of creator. And so you and I are not that type of person. And for all of my social media, well, I would say 2 of my social media gigs, they really are looking for like a girl that's kind of like the influencers that are like popping on Instagram right now. Like really bubbly young girl who's very kind of like fresh face. And so the thing is that like you are competing with hundreds of thousands of people. But the thing to remember is that there's always a company that's looking for you. And I would try to get micro influencers because he always wanted these like mega influencers. But I would try to get micro influencers, people who had less than 10,000 followers, because I would tell him that those are the people that they are really going to pull in the clients that we want. And so if you're someone that has like less than 10,000 followers, try to get those sponsorships. I would say, and I'm actually going to try and do this now. But I'm going to start going after sponsorships instead of waiting for them to come to me. It's time consuming. But I found the perfect one today, and I'll tell you about it later on. But I think it's perfect. It's like a tech company, but it's a queer tech company. And so I was like, oh, this is perfect. I found it today. But yeah, sometimes like early on in my like YouTube journey, I was really excited about the idea of like someone finding my channel. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes you have to like go after the company that you want to provide sponsorship.
And I remember you and I have talked a lot about different companies and sponsorship people like going after specific people and us like feeling a certain type of way. And I always try, even in my head and both in the chat when we talk about it, I always just try to fire back so quickly with it. Like, we'll find our way, like there'll be something for us, and just try to keep us, to remind you and remind myself that we are such like almost like pioneers in a way. Like there's not a lot, especially like just within the LGBT community in general, like there's not a lot of us. So yeah, we're not going to be the ones that they race to, but one day we might be, and we have to kind of like make that path. So the job, we don't have an easy job, you know what I mean? Like I wish we could just boom, hit the 20K, boom, hit the 30K, and have them line up like it does for certain people. But we are different, and I'm so excited for that, because I feel like at one point it's going to bring us different, more amazing opportunities that it might not bring your everyday influencer that's already getting deals. So I have, you know, I always have my fingers crossed for us. So
I will say that I am very hopeful for the future, because I told you that I am moving into a new apartment, and the apartment that I'm moving into, my rent is significantly higher than what I'm paying now. But based off of the money that I have in savings and the money that I have in my YouTube AdSense account, they didn't have to look at the other jobs that I had, because I had more than enough money, 3 times what my rent would be for the year. And so I haven't touched a dime from what YouTube has the advertising money has generated for my channel. I haven't touched it, but it's actually looking real good. I technically don't have to get a job right now because of what my videos pull in. And I obsess over the revenue tab.
As you should, as you should.
I do.
I was just gonna say, let's get into it because you have been killing it with your videos about gay media, movies coming out. You hit a certain topic that did well, and I that is something I will never stop preaching here on this channel and in person, is that when you hit that video and you know what you get, you know your usual views on your channel, you know it, you stare at the analytics, when you see that one video jump above even 100 or 200 more than your usual, you grab that video and you see what you can pull from it. And you've done that beautifully. And I told you when it started, I was like, if you need help figuring out titles or where to go from here, I got you, because there's no better feeling than like hitting that, you know what I mean? Like knowing you can talk about something, be passionate about it and put your heart into it, and you'll actually get a revenue stream from it because it's trending. Like it's beautiful. Like, so yeah, keep it up. There's so much you can do, and you can keep it going, and it'll only go up. YouTube has that snowball effect where like as long as you keep going, like you shouldn't fall back in revenue as long as you keep spinning off of what you're doing. So how did you start with that?
When I was in Berlin, I created the one video. It's about B-Boy Blues, which is one of my favorite books written by James Earl Hardy. And he wrote this book, I believe in the early 90s. And actually, it was one of the first queer books that I read. And he has been working on creating this film since the 90s. And so I saw a trailer and I was like, oh, I have to post about this. And when I tell you, when I posted it, like I posted it late in Berlin. And when I woke up, my mouth hit the floor.
Ew.
And I was like, oh, I'm onto something.
What was it at the next morning?
It was the next morning. Like I think it had like 15,000 views, which never happens like overnight. And so the next video that I did was like the most provocative gay films. And that one had more views overnight than the B-Boy Blues video. So I was like, oh, what is happening? So I made another one, and then another one, and then another one. And so I'm not stopping this one.
Do not go. And yeah, keep going. And remember, you have that 3 notifications a day.
Yeah.
So you have 3 times to notify these thirsty boys about more gay titles, because I'm so excited for you, because you found a niche and a way in within our community. Like we touch upon so many different things, and sometimes I get viral moments on things that are you know, that I'm involved in, but not like it's my whole life, the way that we are so involved in the gay community. So luckily you have trending videos with gay topics, and you're gay. So you can go forever with this. Like, I'm so excited for you. And the subscribers have changed, your views have changed, all of that. Your whole analytics profile changes when you follow those views like that. It's beautiful.
And the incredible thing is that for anyone that you want to start a YouTube channel, like YouTube will be your biggest promoter. Like I get most of my promotion through YouTube. Like they send recommendations. After someone watches a video, there are those videos that pop up. They recommend the heck out of my channel. And so I love that. But I also do kind of like outside promoting as well.
Do everything you can.
I do everything that I can. And I went to Ireland like 5 years ago. And so one of my really good friends in Ireland, I'll send them my video like, hey, look at this. And he will send it to all of his friends. And so when I go through the analytics, one of the one of the kind of like sources that I'll send it through WhatsApp. And so it'll always be kind of like WhatsApp 10%. I was
Oh,
like,
that's so cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So his friends will then share it with their friends on WhatsApp. So
That's
yeah,
dope.
promote.
There's so many different avenues of that in analytics. I remember one time I was so deep into that. I have a bunch of the reaction videos on my page. Long story short, one of the bands I was reacting to, it was doing so well. And I was like, I gotta figure out like, where's this coming from? Because it's so weird. So I was deep into it. Come to find out, I found Discord at the bottom, right? It ended up being like 30 or 40%. This fan group of the band keep a Discord channel of all the fans, and they were in there sharing my video. And I was like, it was so funny because YouTube gave me the link. Like I went deep into it and it gave me the Discord link. So I popped up in there and I was like, hello. They were like, hey, like I had my name in there and everything. And they were like, oh, Nigel, like, what's up? They were like, stay, like, talk to us. I was like, oh, I just wanted to come in and because I went in to thank them because I was like, as long as I have access and I can get in and talk, I went in. I was like, hey guys, I was like, thanks for sharing my videos. They were like, oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so you never know, like all it takes is for that one person to be like, oh, I find this video so dope, or I got value from it, whatever it is, entertainment or value, whatever it is. If you spark that in someone, they might share it and that might be to a group and then boom, you might find yourself with a video taken off really easily. So
yeah, that's what I love. I look at where my video is going all the time. And sometimes it'll be kind of like random websites that'll post it. And it's like, I'm so appreciative because it gives new eyes to my content. And I love that.
Yeah, the more the better. And that's why we always sound like a broken record with please share and like and comment, because for people who don't know, engagement on videos is super important for the algorithm picking you up and pushing your video out to new people. So almost in a way, your core family, your subscriber base, it's up to them to kind of give it a thumbs up, share it and comment. And once YouTube sees that your core family has liked the video, they will then judge if it's good enough to pick it up and push it out to other people. And that's what you call the algorithm. So it's all super important. And I love being like transparent about that because I hate just being like, please hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. Every now and then I'll tell my subscribers, I'm like, just so you know, like this actually helps me grow. Like this is like, so I love just saying that out loud. And, if people want to help, then that's the best way. Like you don't ever always have to give $1. You can just like, comment, subscribe, like they say. So.
And YouTube also will give you other opportunities to promote, because I didn't know this until I went to Berlin. I posted a story in Berlin and I started getting followers from Germany. And I was like, wait, were these people able to see my story and they don't follow me? Yes. I had no clue. And so people who don't follow you can see your story. People who don't follow you can find the shorts. And so I love that because there's so many opportunities to promote within YouTube. And
those are both so new. The story shorts. It's crazy.
And so I try to do stories whenever I can, because of the story that I posted about Germany, I have been getting people coming from other countries. And because of that, I started doing subtitles in foreign languages. And that has opened up more eyes to my channel.
Beautiful.
And so there's so many things within YouTube that'll help promote you. And I love it.
As soon as I saw that in the corner of my analytics page, it said stories and then it said subscribers gained from stories. I was like, oh, guess who's doing stories? Like, it's just another avenue. And to be honest, a little trick for people. This is something I do and I'm not ashamed of it or anything. We are already all on Instagram. I mean, you might not be. I know some people are heavy on certain apps more than others, but I'm heavy on Instagram. So I'm also pretty heavy on TikTok. So what I do, and anyone is open to do this, my stories from Instagram, boom, right-hand corner, save. Same stories I put on YouTube, and then TikTok ends up being my shorts. So I'll just perform a bunch of cute TikToks, save them, and then upload them 3 at a time to my YouTube channel, and then boom, check them both off. I upload my videos for the day, upload my shorts for the day, upload my stories, and do a post in the community section. And then I like to call that like a nice, good, full complete day. And not every day is like that. I'm not perfect, but that's when I feel best, is when all of that is done, because then you truly know, okay, I did everything I could today to get subscribers, to get views, to grow my channel, to get engagement in every avenue. And it's so satisfying to know that there's more popping up that way.
I feel overwhelmed just by you describing all of that.
You know, and that's why I tried to to simplify it, because it's a lot of platforms, yes, but basically what I'm saying is I'm just taking the one video from TikTok and it's going everywhere. The one story from Instagram is going everywhere. You know, I'm even sometimes changing the picture story that looks cute, and then that's my community picture. So a lot of the times it's just a lot of like new content, but also like reuse, you know what I mean? Because you don't need something new for every, you know, it has to be has to be a new thought for every frame. You know, like
I wish I was more like that, because like my weakness is Instagram, because my 9 to 5 would be to work on someone else's Instagram. And so by the time that I get home, I'm like, I'm over Instagram. And so I'm more focused on YouTube. But I realized, just trying to get sponsors, that they really look at the numbers on Instagram. And so I actually have been like really pushing for my subscribers on YouTube to follow me on Instagram. And I am so behind, but I think in my last 4 videos, I've asked subscribers to like follow me on Instagram. And I was actually at like 1,080 followers. Like today I'm at like 1,300 on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
So I'm getting there, but I'm like,
mix and match it all. Like throw your Instagram link, and like I think I told you before too, put a snap picture, a screenshot of your actual Instagram.
I did.
Yeah, people
I did the last one.
Yeah, and that's what I did for the long. I still do that to this day, because people are very visual, and they'll see that you have Instagram, and it's not enough to just have your handle there. They need to actually see it, and then they'll want to go search it. And then if you really want to get them, put some cute pictures in that lineup down there to like get them to want to go over there. But and then flip flop it. And then once you get to your Instagram, in your bio on your Instagram, you should have your link tree, which then gets to your channel. So people should be able to do like full circle. They should be able to get all the way around, you know?
And I have a potential sponsor for you offline, that they actually heavily recruit the queer community. And I don't know why I didn't think about this before, but I have someone for you.
Oh my gosh, yes, definitely give me that information, because I am not giving up on sponsorships, but definitely
don't.
No, I mean, I never would. Oh my gosh.
No, but my thing is that like you're already there.
I never would. That was a bad choice of words. I don't even mean to say I'm not giving, like I never would. I'm just definitely like my channel looks great right now, and I feel good about everything, and it's because I've taken the energy away from like going crazy for the sponsorships. Because at one point, like, because when we were hitting that, they don't know, like when we were hitting that 25K, we really thought that they were going to roll out that brand deal opportunities for us. So I was sitting pretty for it, and when it didn't come, I had to really take my mind off it and focus on everything else. And I'm glad I did that, because everything else has grown. So I'm proud of that. But it's one of those things, it's almost like my love life and boys in a way. It's very much like I'm putting it into God's hands. Like I really have done everything I could in both those worlds, in the dating world and in the sponsorship world. Like it's in God's hands. Like I'll get my husband when he comes, and I'll get the brand deal when it comes.
But you know, honestly, like you are like my mentor now. And it's true, like you are my YouTube mentor, and I look to you for guidance, and you have really helped me on this journey, but you are there. Like I'm trying to get to where you are right
Thank
now.
you. You're so
Um,
sweet.
because like you have like you're so close to hitting like 40,000. Like you probably have already hit it already. Have you?
No, we're really close. I have like a couple of trending videos right
Okay.
now that are on fire. So it's coming. Yeah, we're
So
close.
yeah, so you're there. And so companies are waiting. And
Yeah.
so I would say you have to really target the companies that you are interested in working with.
Yeah.
Like if it's a queer owned company, if it's a company that their target market is the queer community. And so start from there and then look even further. So like queer tech companies,
Yeah.
um, queer apps.
That's a
And
good
so,
idea. Yeah.
yeah, so really look at those companies because they're interested in working with you. Because there are people there, like with my former job, like I was looking for creators. So there are people that are out there that they're just waiting to talk to you
Yeah.
about how you can help each other.
I know they're out there. I think my frustration right now is really coming from, and I did a whole video on this already, so it's no secret, but I have gotten the worst spam sponsorship emails.
Oh yeah.
Like it's bad. Like they toy with my heart. We're talking Nike, different video games, PlayStation. Yeah, I'm like, PlayStation's email, Adidas, like all these people, and like they go out of their way to make actual real emails. And what gives it away is many things, but for the most part, they make it look real. And that's why you sense a frustration and in my voice and everything right now, because I'm just tired of being played out. And it's almost like I just need to see either a real deal or I don't want to hear it because it's just like,
Actually, I know of a second one that would be perfect for you since we were talking about this.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so I'll tell you offline.
Yeah, I have a little list too. I could tell you. I have a couple that I have been meaning to email that I haven't yet because I stay on that. My media kit I update and I definitely reach out to businesses and I've heard responses, which that's what we're always talking about, always trying to get to that 100K because unfortunately a lot of the people I've reached out to, that's what they've told me is that they're looking for that 100K database and I'm just not there yet and that's fine. But
Ignore them. But you know, for the people that are watching, Nigel is a YouTube guru. You have a media kit. You know the ins and outs of YouTube better than anyone else that I know. And you will help get anyone to where they want to be. Like you will help anyone to reach their goals.
yeah.
And so I know you can do it. Like you're built for this. Like you might be frustrated right now, but in I promise you, by pride, you're going to be swimming in sponsorships. I
I
promise.
hope so. And then honestly, that's why I'm just honest about all this because I would love for us all to be looking back on this video being like, remember when she was so frustrated? Look at her now. I hope it's that way. I really do because I try to be this honest so that we can see the difference. You know what I mean? So that when I'm there, we can laugh at this moment and know that you can grow from it because I can't imagine how many people within that 20K to 80K range are getting slammed with these spam sponsorship deals. Like it pulls on your heartstrings. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to be honest about it. And you're right. I hope we get to that day where we're just looking back like, oh, remember when?
But you know, okay, we're in January.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to hit the ground running for June sponsorships.
Yeah, you said that last year. You did say
Yeah.
that there's like a lot out there around June. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
know. I'm
this
gonna fresh up my media kit for that month.
this is the time to really talk to companies right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay up on it. I have a list going and as I watch more videos and do more research. Basically, guys, how I find sponsorship deals, and you can probably do the same thing, is when you're watching a YouTuber and they say, hi, this is sponsored by such and such, guess who's in the DMs like, hey, such and such. There's no easier way. And basically I'll ask the person in the because the DMs are so fast and efficient, and you usually get an answer faster than anywhere else. And there's really no other way to contact, really. But I do try to get professional and ask for the email. So I'll usually send out a message to a business to just be like, hey, is there an email for someone who's in charge of sponsorships? And they'll give me a contact email, and then I'll send my media kit to that email. So because I know, again, like that's probably a question, that's the question I had for so long, like, where do you find the deals? Where do you find the companies? You literally, guys, just have to go out there and get a pen and paper, and every time you hear a YouTuber plug a business, DM the business. Like, legit. Like, but you're smart for niching down to your personal to who you are, which is that's why I'm still getting advice from you, which I love, because I wasn't even thinking that to go small LGBT companies. I was already thinking my ass was already thinking Adidas and I was already up there thinking of the big ones. But you're right, there's probably smaller deals and smaller businesses looking for micro influencers. So I definitely need to take a look at that.
Oh, you're no longer a micro influencer. So that is not you. That is not you. That is not your ministry. No, you're not. No, you're not. You are just.
Oh my gosh! Stop it.
An influencer.
It's weird. It really is weird. I was gonna tell you today. I have do you know Jacob Rizzuto on YouTube?
No.
Okay, well he kind of has a channel like mine. He does reactions, but he also writes and produces music. So he'll do he'll do like a couple of reactions, and then he'll post a song that he did, like much like me. Like I do the same thing, and then like kind of feed the two into each other. He just hit 100K.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he's actually the one who I got this idea from in general, because he's taking reactors and doing interviews with them on his channel.
Oh, okay.
Even though I wasn't doing that on my main channel, I thought of the idea and kind of converted over for the coaching channel, because I just feel like I had more to talk about as far as analytics and stuff. So I wanted it for this one. But long story short, he's going to interview me.
Both? Could you do both? Can you post it on both channels?
I can, but I think I'm gonna actually do the like on my variety channel, actually do what he's doing and actually talk to other reactors on there. But I'm gonna put I'm gonna put this one there. Do it there. This one's more analytic and YouTubey, so we put that on there. But yeah, he is so sweet and he's so amazing at what he does. And he wanted me to interview on his channel, and I'm like I'm freaking out, because it was one of those moments where I'm like, what? Like, you have over 100K, and here we go again with like someone just like taking a chance on me. And
your second interview?
Huh?
Because you just had like somebody just interviewed you.
Yeah, I was on a podcast, Drinks with Jess.
See, so you are not a micro influencer.
And listen, what's funny is, I'll be completely honest, and I want people to know this and do this. That Drinks with Jess interview and podcast, all of that, I messaged her. Like, I saw a queer person with a nice podcast who was handling themselves well, and I asked her if I could be on it. However, yes, in return, she did her research on me. And then, like, you know, it was one of those things where if she had found me without me putting myself out there, she would have definitely have asked me to be on it, but she didn't find me. So I had to put myself out there and ask her. And it's so funny, because with Jacob, don't you know, I messaged him like 2 days ago, and I go, hey, I love your interviews. I would love to be on your channel. Can you please interview me? He messages me back. He goes, you were already on my list.
Oh,
I was like, are you kidding? I was like, I literally was like, stop it. Like, that, it feels so good, because then finally, like, someone's on my, like, I'm always asking to, you know what I mean? So finally, like, he was already thinking of me. So yeah, I'm so excited to do that with him. And it's good press for the channel, for anyone out there, like, doing podcasts, any collaborators with any other creators. It's a really, really fun way to get to know each other and share your conversation and your stories with the world, and swap kind of subscribers and everything. Like, it's just a really, really it's a good thing as a creator. So never be afraid to ask to be on someone, you know what I mean, to be on someone's channel, because I swallowed my pride on that a long time ago. I see I see stuff that I want to be a part of. I'm like, hey, can I be on the channel? Like, you look like you have some room there. Like,
but you know, honestly, since I have kind of like switched into focusing on movies and TV shows, I have learned that there are a number of YouTube projects that have been pulled by streaming apps like Netflix and Hulu. And so I love that, because you never know if like networks, media companies are looking at your content. And so you just never know who's looking. So keep going.
Listen, we are on the brink of something new. I think I saw, do you know Zachary Campbell, his channel?
I don't know anybody.
Okay.
I only know you.
So these are people you need to check out. You should be writing that down. But Zachary Campbell is amazing. He has a variety channel as well. He has done reaction videos on his, just to give you an idea of how amazing he is. His reaction videos are so good, right? He was doing reaction videos of Doja Cat. Next thing you know, he's doing a reaction video with Doja Cat watching.
Oh, wow.
He's in LA, and she came right over and watched the video with him, because that's how impactful his channel is. And he's like over 1 million subscribers or whatnot. Right. So at that point, like, people should know this also, like, at that point, you have more eyes on you than some TV shows, than some channels on TV. So yeah, Doja Cat will come over and watch the reaction with you if all your reactions are getting over 100,000. You know what I mean? Like, it will happen. But I bring him up because he got a part on Netflix show. So yes, and he's a straight up reactor from LA. You go to his oldest videos. He started in the basement, worked his way up to his own place in LA. And I haven't seen it, but I think it's called, I forget what it's called, but he got I don't know if it's a walk-on role, a speaking role, whatever it is, but he got a part on a Netflix show. So yes, the opportunities out there and I never forget that, because I'm always like, Netflix, call me, like, you know,
well,
Netflix got some coin.
No, there is a show called Eastsiders. Kit Williamson is the creator, and it started on YouTube, and Netflix purchased the rights for it. So it transitioned to Netflix.
That too, they buy shows.
Yeah, and now he is everywhere. He just wrote the screenplay for a project that's being directed by Billy Porter. And so it's like, and he is actually, it's in post-production. He created a new show for himself with a group of his friends. And one of the friends is going to play his like love interest. And he got his start doing a show on Issa Rae's YouTube channel. And his name is James Bland. The show was Giants. And so like YouTube is becoming a place where creators can create content and it can be
transferred over
by a number of different
Issa Rae is another one. She had her YouTube channel, and she now has one of the greatest television shows on HBO Max that I've ever seen. And for people who aren't really familiar with like pop culture or TV in general, HBO has been known for decades for having some of the best TV shows, like original TV shows. And I've seen a lot of them. And Insecure, written, directed, and created by Issa Rae, a YouTuber, is one of the great, and not just because she's a YouTuber, I'm saying that, but the actual show is just phenomenal. And I remember reading about her and finding out that she was from this world and being like, wow, like, not only did you create a show and get out of the YouTube community, which, you know, not that the YouTube community is bad, but the leap to HBO Max it's huge. Like that's extremely mainstream. So that's incredible that's even possibility for something to cross over into that. I love her story. It's incredible.
Yeah. And if you were here, you could run into her every single day. She lives not too far away from me. Well,
No way.
I'm moving, but I mean, but she's in like, so I live close to Baldwin Hills.
Mhm.
And so Baldwin Hills is kind of like the Black Beverly Hills.
Mhm.
And she
Wasn't
lived.
that was a BET show? Wasn't Baldwin Hills a BET show?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
she's
God.
practically my neighbor. So you could see her all the time.
Among many other people that I would love to see
Yeah.
/ collaborate with all the time.
Yes.
So we are hitting at an hour. I don't want to make the video much longer than that, but do you want to let our viewers know where they can follow you, what you have to purchase, and your link in your bio? What do you have going on for us?
So if you love literature, I have an award-winning, a Lammy award-winning book called A Love Like Blood. It's available wherever books are sold. It is my baby, but you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just follow me at writer Vic Yates. Just type that in, search, you'll find me. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yes, and I will have his YouTube link to his channel right in the description box of this video. And I want to thank everyone for watching and kind of witnessing history here of me meeting one of my great friends. And like I said, like we have such great conversations, and I always felt guilty for having them not on, not, you know what I mean, not on camera, because we swap such good information. So if you guys found any of this useful, whether it be personal stories, tips and tricks that we shared, whatever it is, let me know in the comments what you guys found useful, what you liked, and also what you want to see in the future for this content growing coach channel that we have going here. But yeah, don't forget to slap that like button, subscribe to this so you guys do not miss any more coaching videos, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.